Hello guys, and welcome back to another video. Today we are going to be talking about the new ban list that just released. Of course, it released Monday. I don't know what time you're getting this video exactly. Hopefully I'm planning it for Tuesday or Wednesday, just 2 days after at the least. And the ban list was honestly quite crazy. So I'll be going over every single card, what impact I feel it have, and kind of give an overall consensus on just everything the ban list had to offer. But with that being said, let's get right into the video. So our ban list, just the banned cards itself, stayed very simple this time around. Well, generally every other area got a lot of stuff to them, so this will be kind of the fastest section. The first card was Rank-Up-YGO. So this is generally a hit for the, Danger, Thunder, deck. And people were not really expecting this one to get hit, but the hit seems kind of fine. Everyone's like, yeah, solid. It just helped you get to Levianeer. Hitting that, you're not going to get to the Levianeer as much. I think it's a very simple thing to say. Nice hit, wasn't crazy, but it's one little hit to help kind of lower down the ability of the Danger Thunder Dragon deck. So Rank-Up-YGO being banned, nice hit. And the second card that went banned is the Phantom Knights of Rusty Bardiche. And of course, this is a hit to Orcust and a hit to other decks in the future, Dark Strategies. This hit, a lot of people are like, are they going to hit Mermaid or Bardiche? That was kind of the big consensus of what they thought was going to happen. Some people said, like, if they kill Mermaid, you're killing the whole deck, which I honestly agree on that point. People say, oh, you can still do the combo with Mathematician, but it's like, who's playing Mathematician? Who's playing Mathematician just to do the combo? Like, the weird cards you can do the combo with, I don't think are warranted to try and play Orcust. So killing Mermaid, I think, was killing the deck. They also had the reprint within the Megatons already confirmed. So, hitting Bardiche, it stops them from having the two Fog Blades. So that's two negates on field effect. And the pop you get when you summon back, or summon just the Dingrisu to its point. So it's going to be interesting what the Orcust board is going to change to, since of course it's completely viable. The combo would still be able to be played with any rank 3, but what are they going to now set up now that this is gone and they have way less stuff to interact with the opponent during their turn? With that just being hit, a lot will change. The whole Orcust idea will kind of completely take a backflip and just do a whole different thing. It's not dead, so you're definitely going to see Orcust, but it's definitely going to be different from how we saw it this format. And that's it for the bans. On to the limits. So we have a lot of limits to go over, so I'll be a little bit quicker with these. Altergeist Multi-Faker, I do not know why they hit this one. Altergeist was doing nothing, in my opinion. People say, oh, it's because they want to match the OCG. But the thing with that is, sure, you can match the OCG, but there's no real advantage to doing so. You just killed Altergeist for, no reason. It was dead in OCG, and that's fine, but it was still kind of thriving in TCG, and you absolutely slaughtered it. There was no reason to really do that, in my opinion. Unless they're changing both our ban lists to be conjoint, I feel there's no reason for Multi-Faker to go to one on this list. Unless it's some big plan where they're going to combine the list, combine our card pool completely. There's no reason. If they're different, they're going to be different. So don't change things to make it slightly similar. That's my kind of opinion on Multi-Faker. Black Dragon Clop Serpent, a Danger Thunder hit. Good hit because people are playing 3-3. I didn't play the deck too well, so I don't know as much as others will. So, it helped you facilitate the guard dragon plays while keeping good advantage with your strategy. So that's why they played it. Just let you keep on having cards to go for the guard dragons and the dragon plays from the strategy. So hitting them to 1, some have said they're not going to be too playable in the strategy. I think they're going to be playable. They're just going to play the 1s, and it's lesser, which is going to be quite annoying, but it's still there. The copies that you do have, you'll be able to still utilize. Perfectly good hit. This is talking Black Collapse Serpent and White Weaver Buster. Is that his name? White Dragon Collapse. Whatever. I don't know how to say these names. Both those kind of apply in this case. They were just super good for a strategy in this way. There's Salamangreat Gazelle Limited. How they were going to hit Salamangreat, didn't really know too much. Some people are like, oh, they're just going to hit the consistency. They're going to knock it down. And hitting Gazelle to 1 is the best consistency hit, because sure, everything searches it, hit those to 1, you still have the 3 Gazelle you can find. But with hitting down to 1 Gazelle, in a case where, let's say, Orcus used a counter trap, negate it, and then banish it, now you absolutely don't have a Gazelle. It is now you just can't play. This stops Pod Desires because it's such an essential card. So the Gazelle going to 1, really good hit. Best consistency hit they could do to that deck. And because of the one other card, I think the deck's dead. There is going to be Tempest Dragon, what is it? Storm of the Dragon Rulers? Dragon Ruler of Storms. In my video, controversial cards I want off the list, I do go over the Dragon Rulers card up there. But I said this one can go to 3, Blaster can go to 3, Titled can go to 1 at least, maybe to 3 later, and Redux can stay banned. That was my opinion on them. So it's nice that they're finally seeing it. Isn't too crazy since the OCG already got this card off and they saw it wasn't going to do much. People are like, oh, this is so bad. But then they're like, you have to justify it. Okay, what is it going to break? Like people will say, searching a dragon, so powerful. You have to discard Earth. Where is there Earth in this? Not Earth, a wind in this format for you to discard. This helps strategies like Harpies. The one France player who topped with it rejoiced now. And yeah, Dragoonides are broken. Dragoonides. Yeah, they're broken, yeah. Meta solved. Everyone's going to hop over to Dragoonides. Buy out your Escalons. Because, Jesus Christ, Tempest is back. So powerful. This was one of the weaker ones. Perfectly fine to come off. Daigusto Emerald. This one was definitely a surprise to people. And very nice card, because some strategies are just like, can I recycle my monsters to draw a card? That would be amazing, I would love that. And this finally says, yes, you can. The thing is, a lot of people have said, can we get Pot of Avarice? I don't know which one. It's the one that you shuffle 5 cards from your graveyard, draw 2 cards. It's you have to set up, and it's but dangers exist. No. No. Because that would be awful for that. This, you actually have to make a body to have that recycle effect, and you don't even draw as much. So it's useful when you really want to recycle something. So in the case where you can search it again, very powerful card, and it's not broken at all. I think the reason why they said it was getting banned, don't know exactly, because it's the first ban list once I joined the game. This card was banned in. I think they said it was utilized a bit in Zodiac combo to recycle your combo pieces, so you'll be able to put them out again. And the fact that it leads to FTKs with Firewall Dragon, but Firewall Dragon's dead. Before you'd be able to set up a bunch of links and keep going, because it can revive a Link 3 with its second effect. But no one's going to be reviving a normal Link free now. Like, no one's that desperate for Link arrows. Like, there's nothing crazy to extra Link with. Like, it's not a amazing thing to do at this point. So, like, summoning a Link 3 with this card, not viable now. Back when extra Links are kind of scarce, they're like, oh my god, so crazy. But right now it isn't. So it was a good card. I'm very happy for this one. Salamangreat Circle to 1. Now your, recyclable searcher, that's to 1. You're less likely to get it. Yay. So Salamangraids, I think, are dead. Sure, they have all the powerful negate cards, but the thing that let them keep on doing their combo so powerfully, so strong every single time, is now 1, their searcher, because now they have Circle, they have Lady Debug, so 3, and then the Signet Minings, which you have to pitch a card. Sometimes it's not a cost, but sometimes that is a cost. So you have 6 ways of getting to the card. And, if they used a counter trap in Orcust on the actual Gazelle, they're still going to be very annoyed. Just the fact that the consistency has been knocked down a whole lot, and the fact that if it does get hit, it really, really shuts down the combo, since you won't have multiple pieces of it to, maybe use next turn or something. Very good hits. I didn't care for Salamangraids. They were kind of annoying. Rage. Very annoying. They just had a way to out anything. You thought, hey, if I put this down, they shouldn't be able to out this, and then they out it. It's what the hell? I don't know. I feel bad for budget players. It sucks. You like this deck just because you can play it absolutely free, but no one else is liking it. Sky Striker Mecha Module Multi-Roll to 1. This is the hit I thought they were going to do for a while ago, but I thought that was a ban list ago they should have done that. I think everyone is tired of Sky Strikers. Of course, they have the reprint, so they can't kill the deck. So this is the best hit they could have done. It means they're a little bit more fragile in their strategy. If you pop this, you have to add back with Kagari, which means you're not going to do your crazy wombo combo. If this gets disrupted, your recycling ability goes way, way down. So, respect this hit. It's really good. Even though it isn't killing the deck, they weren't going to kill the deck, which I'm a bit annoyed with. You see it for a year, you don't want to see it anymore. But, still alive. Next ban list, will probably finally throw the axe into its head, and it'll be done. So, this is the hit we get for now. Just expect more later. Terraforming to 1. Field spells are getting broken. Mystic Mind. It sucks, but it has to happen. I'm sorry if you have, if you're casual playing, the Phantasm or Field Spell, and you just want more consistency to get into that. I'm sorry. Mystic Mind is ruining it for everyone. But, things happen. It isn't the end of the world. Trickstar Late Stage 2-1. I think only the Trickstar players are going to be a little bit sad about this. It was very free to do the Orcust combo, of course. That's kind of why it got hit. But it was a pretty broken card, just in the case where you can drop another one, get the search. Drop another one and get the search. It was a bit annoying when you open multiples in the actual Trickstar matchup. Nobody really liked Trickstars besides the people who played it. If you played when Trickstars were really good, when you're really scared of Joel Lock, you're just please end me. Why do I have to play against this stupid deck? And this is a nice hit that I think we've all wanted for Trickstars a long time ago. You get it now, and honestly, fair enough. Fair enough. I respect the hit. And the last limited card is Metaverse. I just wanted Mystic Mind banned, but of course, I feel with doing this, they're just going to not hit Mystic Mine. I think they're like, this is a part of the game now, deal with it. But hitting Metaverse, very good. To 1 means you're likely not to draw into the other 2 Metaverses. You're down to 1 copy. Sure, it has that other card that, like, when you special summon, you can activate. Whatever. This stops you from pretty much using Lilith to set Metaverse. If you're a real 3 Metaverse, you can just set one of them. And Trap Tricks, you now can't banish a Metaverse to set a Metaverse. So, pretty much, they killed off Lilith, and they killed off Trap Trick within the deck. It means they took 6 consistency cards away, well, 8 exactly, which is really, really good. I really respect that. 8 consistency cards gone, so I don't know how Mystic Mine's going to adapt in this way, but it'll probably be way less annoying than when it started out in the format. So, really respect Metaverse, probably the best hit without actually hitting Mystic Mine. So, good shit, Konami. Well, that's it for the limiteds. On to the semi-limits. So, on to the semi-limits, which surprisingly, we have a lot of them, which a lot of people say, we don't need the semi-limit list. It's only good for certain things like malicious. But, you know, it's a stepping stone to seeing things come completely off the list. So it's a good thing to look at to know, should I pick up my 1 extra copy if it was, like, limited? Or should I, you know, pick up the 2 copies because probably next Banlist is coming off? So there's a whole lot, actually, on here. You have Chaos Emperor Dragon, Envoy. Of course, it's a Rata. Really makes it unplayable within the actual competitive aspect. So, you know, whatever. It could come to 3. And they're just doing it gradually. A little bit of a stepladder, so boom, kind of the thing I was talking about. Stepladdering off, it's now a 2. So Danger Nessie, Snake, and Jackalope are now going to be at 2. As a Danger player myself, I love Dark Worlds. You know, I had these copies ever since they released. You know, I'm very fond of the archetype themselves. It hurts, but, you know, it makes sense. It lowers consistency. They're very powerful cards. You know, the powerful ones at 2, it doesn't hurt the archetype as much because you don't want to open multiples within the archetype because you're less likely to actually get your danger to summon itself. So fair enough. Doesn't hit the archetype as much. Hits the engine itself for, you know, playing it just as a little bit of extra monsters and draw power. So good hits. I'm fine with this. I hope people are fine with this. They're not like, we must have it banned. Because honestly, this is good enough. I didn't even think they need to be hit, but, you know, this is good enough. Then they have Aether, the Heavenly Monarch. It was something I did talk about the Monarchs getting off Banlist in my controversial picks video. So Aether's coming off to 2, probably to 3 in the next Banlist. So rejoice, Monarch players. You're probably going to soon come completely off the list, which I feel more archetypes kinda need to happen because there's a lot of archetypes that aren't going to be good and they're just still on the list. But they're showing a little bit points to more fan favorite ones on this. So next card, Elemental Hero Stratos. You get to search more. Woo! It's not going to be broken. I think you could come off the 3. It does have Warrior Engine, so it's pretty good. You still have some good fusions. You're getting good cards occasionally. So you can have the search. You can have more searches. The one thing that just annoys me with the heroes, I know every hero player is going to get mad at me now. I'm tired of you guys getting support. Can I just say that? You guys get so much support every single set. Like, you probably had 50 cards within the last 6 months. And only 1 or 2 of them were actually playable. Controversial opinion, but what I have to say. So, give this off let them be at full power. Don't give them new cards because I'm tired of that. Yeah, perfectly fine. Inzektor Dragonfly, 2/2. You can come off the 3. Inzektors are not going to be a good archetype. This is the step ladder thing. At least Monarchs, you'd be like, maybe it could be good archetype. Inzektors, no. Sure, they were good back at their time. They're not going to be good now. Just like I think Spellbooks, Windups, what are other archetypes that have their powerful cards on the ban list? There's a few of them. You know, I could maybe put a list behind me, I don't know. But Dragonfly can come to 3. Is that 2? Okay. Performance Damage Juggler. It could be a side choice. It's okay. It could come to 3 too. Perfectly fine. Shirt Strategist of Necros. Other, fan favorite archetype that keeps on getting cards to go to full power. Of course, Cosmos have gotten this treatment, getting their Dog Destroyers off. 1, 2, 3, blah, blah, blah. This is going to happen for Necros, I think. They're going to get Shirt to 3 on the next list. Maybe we'll see Unicorn. Maybe it'll stay to 1. I don't know if Unicorn. But Strategist, starting to come off quickly, and I respect that. Royal Tribute, definitely an interesting one to see starting to come off in this stepladder thing. I guess he gave Gravekeeper support, and they started doing nothing. So, sure, the card is very powerful. So, maybe people are like, I'm not sure about this. But, you can beat over Gravekeepers, honestly, pretty easily. The best monster is, 21 attack. It's yeah, that's nothing. Sure, they could become an annoying stun deck, but that's honestly with splashing other annoying stun engines in them. So, generally, just Necro Valley, Gravekeepers themselves aren't powerful. They need extra stun cards to be a powerful archetype. So Royal Tribute, I can think, can come off. And that's it for the semi-limited list. On to the completely off the list cards. So on to our off the 3 cards. So we have first Cleefort Scouts. Cleefort's, Towers is not as powerful as it was before. Lynx can out it, pretty much. Cerebus, okay, discard, get rid of it. Alright, boom, outed. Only took 2 monsters to do. Yep, perfectly fine. We can have Scouts to 3. Luster Pendulum, the Draco Slayer. I don't think this card would be able to come off with Astrograph not on the ban list, but it's on the ban list, so, being able to pop the search a card, sure, it would give you more monsters to summon out when you do Pendulum Summon back in Master Roll 3, but you need zones. You need zones to do all the summoning stuff. So Pendulums can already get their resources already. Pretty much they don't need this extra pop, search the same card type of nonsense. They already can get enough cards without this card. And going to 3, perfectly fine. Trishula, Dragon of the Ice Barrier. I'm not sure about this one. Honestly, thought it was perfectly fine at 1. Usually, you only make 1 if you ever play it in your deck. You only make 1. So I don't think anyone was like, ew, why can't Trishula be at 3? I don't think anyone was like that. Now there can be, Trishula loops and stuff, which may not be good. May not be good to rip hands apart, But it's probably going to be fine. But I think it could have just stayed at 1 from the start because no one really cared. Then there's Dark Hole. Finally, destruction cards are, kind of coming back because we all said, Raigeki, it isn't doing anything at this point. We were just it's not powerful. And it's not really a syndrome of, having 1 means you should just not play it. I think just the destruction isn't as crazy because there's so much floating in the game. Archetypes are just crazy, where they'll be able to protect, negate, or, just float. So, yeah, Dark Hole of 3, perfectly fine. Then we have, what is it? Rekindling. I think this one was pretty cool. It's pretty much a soul charge for everything. Well, generally the fires that have 200 or less defense, or 200 exact defense. Which sounds, okay, why was it limited in the first place? Surprisingly, there's a lot of fires with 200 defense. And honestly, I think it's fine to come off. Fires have not done any crazy things within the format. They finally have a boost to special summon more things, from the grave. So I think this is really cool. Probably supporting the Fire Fist archetype that will be coming out at some point. So, that's probably why. But Infernoids do get a boost. You probably want to play Infernoids now because it does summon Decatron. So pretty much you can, say, normal summon your Decatron, use its effect dump, link it off for a Karibo, and then Rekindling, just use it as a Monster Reborn, or if you have more, you'd be able to summon more. Summon it back, use its effect, dump again. It's just going to give you more power as an Infernoid player, so I respect this choice. Good hit. Then there's Super Polymerization. I wasn't a person who's crazy about this coming off in the first place, and seeing what it does is just absolutely annoying. I think it's absolute bullshit you can't respond to it, because I spent this time setting up a board, take those monsters away, they're gone now. It stops nothing. It literally outs absolutely everything. If you activate it and your monster's a viable target for fusion, the monster's gone. No monster is safe from this card. Which, sure, I guess that's good, but, it's so easy to have something be a target for a fusion. I feel if there was less generic fusions, this card could have been fine, and there's more in-archetypal fusions, so let's say maybe the meta's Burning Abyss, they set up 3 Burning Abyss monsters on their field for their board, and you have a side deck for Burning Abyss to go into their own fusion, take the free monsters. I think that's fine. Using their own archetype against them, I think is a interesting, cool thing. But when they just have generic cards like Mud Dragon, it's just damn annoying that it's oh, you just randomly have these attributes, let me take them. It's I just think Super Polymerization, bad choice to come off the list. I think I thought it should stay banned. I don't like it at 3. Then we have Solemn Judgment. This is a crazy one. Crazy for stun. I think it's going to be fine. I think we're going to be able to live it. Just because time rules are a 3, so they're almost completely gone. They're going to get sided out for game 3. But, it's a good card. It is a boost for Mystic Mind, which I was they can negate this. They have kind of an extra copy of Dark Bribe. I'm not sure about that. And now you can stop way more summons, which I guess is going to be annoying playing against some players, that they can just open up 2 strikes and 3 judgments. That'll be a little bit ridiculous, but still they're kind of cards that if you don't have a good cards to supplement these, they're still not going to be good just on their own. So I think that's kind of a reason why I can come off the 3 and not be absolutely insane. But that's it for the video, guys. Thank you so much for watching. Hope you liked and enjoyed. And I'll see you guys in the next video. Goodbye.